Good morning, afternoon, or evening. So I just figured this species was far too interesting to just do a story trivia on, but I might do that later on as well. So, as you could imagine, I managed to cover around 260-ish owl species, with some of the debated statuses, of course, lost to time in recent years, like the laughing owl, for example. May he laugh in peace. However, though it wouldn't make sense to connect avian-esque birds, like the terror birds, to owls, I figured I pretty much covered all the relevant bases. However, I hadn't considered a species that had been gone for quite some time, and also happened to genuinely be one of the largest owls to ever roam the earth. A species, mind you, that is a absolute unit compared to the current largest owl in the world, the Blakiston's fish owl. I am, of course, referring to the Ornimegalonyx, aka the Cuban giant owl. This raptor of a bird was first described by Oscar Arredondo. They found these bones, known as subfossils, which are essentially just bones that were in the process of becoming fossils, and found the bird at this location, in Cuba. Now, this was all the way back in 1954, and despite the specimens being found as incomplete, there was still some debate on whether or not it was considered as more than one species. Considering the fights that I've seen ornithologists have over certain owl species being valid as a certain species due to where they reside, that made sense to me. Anyway, the Arredondo also considered the Cuban menace to be the scourge and terror of most larger mammals of the Pleistocene era in Cuba. Their claws and their mandibles would surely have combined to make for devastating strength, and despite all this, it was only ever estimated to reach around 3 feet 7 inches, so no taller than a 5th grader. Though seeing something the size of a turkey with the strength of a raptor would probably come with its own set of problems. Due to their size, though, they were mistaken for a terror bird relative, which I guess deserves its own praise in a way. They were believed to hunt capromise, geocapromise, and macrocapromise, I hope I pronounced that right, which were essentially animals that were the size, or would be compared to modern nutrias or capybaras, the funny giant rodents. They also hunted Sid the sloth, ground sloths, which at the time, of course, could be compared to the size of American black bears, because why not? And because it was a flightless bird, due to its immense size for an owl, it was also likely a ambush predator, which would mean it would have to pounce on anything unsuspecting and use its powerful talons to hold down prey. Giant owl, crushing talons, probably comparable to a velociraptor. Yeah, not even the Eurasian eagle owl had this much aura. Although, considering it's extinct, the Eurasian eagle owl probably still is the world's strongest as a badge, next to owls, of course, like the powerful owl, which, a little on the nose, and the great horned owl. But yeah, that's pretty much a decent summary of the Cuban giant owl. I'd like to thank you for tuning in. Maybe I can make this a series on extinct animals, not sure yet. That's all I gotta say. Take care, have an excellent day.